Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. We're not number one. God is. We may not be the best, but our purpose is to lead you to the best. Jesus Christ. www.rapfestradio.com. Old school to new school. Classics to exclusives. Gospel hip-hop music and videos. Live video interviews Monday nights at 8 p.m. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Watch. Learn. Love. Support. Rapfest Radio on rapfestradio.com. Rapfestradio.com. Rapfestradio.com.
Ready? Mic check.
Good.
Breaking all the
We breaking all the rules. Yeah. All my ladies out there. It's time to pay attention. Come on.
breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules? Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules?
Like me if you choose, it's breaking news. I'm spilling out my guts, flows crazy, watch me lose. My controller's on cruise, time to take it up a notch. I'm spitting out these 16s, DJ, come on, make it drop.
I don't fit into this status quo. Watch me go, I'ma break you know.
Come on, let's go. Gonna go and take this up much higher, not much higher, not much higher. If you desire to follow Messiah, the sky's the limit, put everything in it. Don't even try to back down, I would never, I'm clever. My music career's getting better, shedding the weight of the world, cause instead of the rest of the game I proclaim I'm a header. Every little judgment about a female rapper now, so reconsider. Status quo don't get her, she is bitter but not spitting garbage out. Hit her up, come and see what she about, admit her. If you think she crazy, she don't care, she go all out, no quitter.
I don't fit into the status quo. Watch me go, I'ma break you know. Let's go. Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules?
Come on.
Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules? They tryna wrap me in plastic and call me Barbie, but I break out of the box, no apologies, I'm not sorry. Wait, what? They tryna put me on the show, cause if I don't do what you say, you're mad. Oh well, don't fit into the status quo. Watch me go, I'ma break you know. Ladies, they say short shirts, mini skirts. Grab the mic and your lyrics flirt. You talk too much, be an introvert. You should speak up, be an extrovert. La da 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 da, I'm not listening. Your expectations of me are very definite. I learn about my worth, elegance and grace, a voice like Esther. Proverbs 31, to the time is this, I aspire to be like her. But why should I attempt to meet your perfection when Jesus died for those who had imperfections? I don't fit into the status quo.
Ladies, put your hands up if you could testify.
Watch me go, I'ma break you know.
Come on.
Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules? Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules?
I'll break your rules in half, laugh at them, no question. You tryna box me in like rappers have a certain section. Correction, I'm about to go in dissection. Navigate my way to find the truth, there's only one direction.
I don't fit into the status quo.
That's right. protection. Not a slave to this game, I'm speaking out, no oppression. Don't chain me to a stereotype, no more stereotypes. Females need to speak, show life, every word, it'll change your whole life. Bye-bye to the old image, gonna go and challenge them, no limit. Stereotypes gone diminished, starting a new trend, old finish. I'll change it up, this game's about to start, no scrimmage. Every lady who agrees, join me now, you have the privilege.
I don't fit in the status quo.
Come on, lady.
Watch me
Where you
go.
at? Y'all ready?
I'ma break your mold. Let's go. Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules? Breaking all the rules, breaking all the rules. What's a girl to do when she's breaking all the rules? I don't fit in to the status quo. Watch me go. I'ma break your mold.
All day, every day. For the ladies, yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Breaking all the rules. He's Sun Lee. Brand new video just out.
Yeah.
Live performance. That's produced by AP Films.
The video,
The video produced by AP Films. That's a Ja Rockin' production.
Yep.
He's Sun Lee is back. Looking forward to that album when it comes out.
Yeah, and Kiki, shout out to Kiki. She'll be here next week. She's,
I had never heard her before.
Yeah, she goes to Times Square Church, and she actually was featured on a Truce EP that they dropped when they worked with Nikki Cruz this past summer.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
she's on there. She has some music that she's working on right now, and she's a great up and coming artist. So
yeah, she sings and raps.
Yeah, so
and she's good at both.
Yep.
You know, because sometimes the singing is weak or the rapping is weak, and
no,
you know.
she's good at both of them. So we'll definitely get to check out her next week.
Let me get a sip of my coffee.
Yeah.
Rapfest Radio mugs. Christmas time is here. Go online and look for them. Zazzle.com/RapFestRadio. We even have the ones with the new logo. I haven't even bought them yet.
Oh, you
I put some new ones up.
There you go.
With the new logo. So make sure you go to Zazzle.com/RapFestRadio. You see that right there? Bam, you get yourself a mug. It's big. The coffee is extra. You pay for that yourself. So we're excited, man. Today, what we're going to be doing is kind of just going back and trying to pick some highlights from trying to get some highlights from shows that we've done in the past in the year.
Yeah.
I've got stuff here from our first video shows all the way back to 2009. 2010, 2009. So we're gonna try to get to some highlights on some of the shows.
Yeah.
And point out, you know, what was good to us anyway. What we really enjoyed, and also find out some of these artists, where are they at now, what they've been up to, you know, and what kind of relationships we've built with them since they've been on the show.
Yeah.
So let me go quick to 2010 because that we're not going to stay forever on that. We've had a bunch of shows actually, and I remember our first video show was in 2010 in January, and it was supposed to be Refuge.
Okay.
We did the whole show just to find out that the video didn't record.
Oh, yes. I remember.
The video didn't record. We brought them back on another time. We brought them back like 12 episodes later, 12 weeks later. But the first video show last year was 2010 was a David Ham, so that was cool. But in 2010, I marked 2 video shows that I like. We had 47 episodes in 2010, and 2 interviews that I really enjoyed. One was comedian Chris. The guy was hysterical.
I think I was watching that.
He had me like, I wasn't even scared to answer some of his questions, but like he was interviewing me almost, you know, because he would just throw stuff at me and I'm quiet. Like, I don't know if you're serious or not.
He's real random.
Extremely random, extremely random. If you guys want to look it up, it's episode number 9. Episode number 9 from 2010. That's on holyculture.net. Right. Shout out to holyculture.net, man. They've been holding down all of our interviews and videos on their website, and also along with their iTunes podcast, which has been awesome. You know, so definitely shout out to them for that. But comedian Chris was definitely an interview for me to remember and say like, yo, he got me good. You know, we got to definitely get him back on here, see what he's been up to. I know since that, he was able to hook up with a couple of other people, and I had recommended him to host the Kingdom Choice Awards in 2011.
Yeah,
which he did, and he was really excited about that. He had sent me an email, yo, thanks for recommending me. But he's a great host.
Yeah, I saw him host the Hip Hop Fest in New Jersey.
Oh, right, as well.
He was joking on every artist that was there. He was acting like a rapper. You know, he has some videos online where he acts like a fake rapper, fake church rapper, whatever. Yeah,
he does. Those are good videos too. What's his name? He has a funny name to it too. MC Hate a Lot?
MC Hate a Lot. That's his Twitter. He's always going through different ones. It's just, he's a funny dude. And he does definitely, hit him up if you want him to host an event, if you want him to go and just do some comedy. He is just a blast to have. He makes anybody laugh. I don't think you can not sit in front of him and not laugh. Yeah, no, he had me. I'll tell you, I was scared, and I'm pretty sharp with the jokes and stuff. But I was like, "Yo, you're playing me right now." But that was good, man. Comedian Chris is a great guy. Also, 2010, I just have a second video interview that I really enjoyed, and it was actually Believe in Steven and Jafia Life. And two reasons I love that video interview. One, it was a second interview for the day. It was the last interview of the year, and that day we did 3 interviews. I did a Blaze Torch interview, a Brother E interview, and then Believe in Steven and Jafia Life. We finished at almost midnight with the interviews. We did back-to-back 1-hour shows each one, and I think Blaze Torch stayed here for the whole time. Jafia Life wasn't even. I think that was one that he wasn't necessarily. No, it was a Believe in Steven interview. Right? Yeah, I saw that one. And it was also a blizzard. Yes. They ended up they had guys were like stuck here for a little while. They got stuck here for a while. They ate some dinner. They were excited. They took some food with them for the road, and they headed back to Philly in a crazy blizzard. And that was also the release of Believe in Steven's album that same night. He was actually at the Beast Mode tour last week, checking them out, showing support. So that was pretty dope, just seeing guys coming out from where they're at. Yeah, he has a cameo in Dayton's video. Have you seen it? Yeah, we played it last week, right? Yep. So Believe in Steven's in that video as well. And it's good to see these guys working together. All the different artists. It's great to see them pop up. Yeah. In their different roles. And even in the Dayton video, you see Righteous Knight is in that video. Couple of other guys in there as well, and that's always a good thing. But that was a good interview for like I said, the reason, besides the fact that it was exciting, I had 3 interviews in a day. We're all sitting in front of the tree doing interviews and stuff. But the fact that his album was released in that same night, we had him here like a half hour before his album release. He actually called me when he was on the road. It's like, yo, it's like 12:05. Could you check if my CD's literally on iTunes at this time? Oh wow! And I checked, and it had just gone up, and it already had a couple of comments, so that was really exciting. Yeah, they're doing a lot. Those guys together. I mean, I think I showed you that video. They did like a cipher. It's kind of like a spin-off. From the BET cipher. That was a good one too. Dayton. Oh my gosh, what's this guy? Sail Out of the Corner. Right. Was a beast. Is that the one? Also, this guy was in there too. Oh, the other guy from Jersey. Yeah. Wow. How could I forget his name? He was there too. He was there. That guy. He was there as well. Wow, his name is at the tip of my tongue. That's funny. I'm trying to think. I see him. I see his whole face. We'll find it. But yeah, they're doing some good stuff, man. And again, it's always encouraging to see artists working together. Because it's not about just promoting your own brand. It's about promoting the whole kingdom of God through this music and working together and trying to take it to that next level. And most of the time, taking it to that next level means working together with someone else. Because it's hard for us to just do it on our own. Trying to get his name. So that was 2010. And again, we have 47 interviews. There were a lot of great interviews going on in 2010. We had Wado in 2010, People's Choice, C-Light, Eric E., Devora, and I mean the list goes on and on. It was incredible. 2011, we had some great interviews, and 2 of the interviews that I picked on that because Eli wasn't really hosting with us yet. Yeah. I was still watching. He was still just watching and tweeting. And texting us saying, "Yo, I can't hear the music. I can't hear the music. Raise the volume. Raise the volume. It's too low. It's too loud." 2011.
was the first time we met the guys from Sick.
Yes. What number was yes.
That was episode number 66.
That was an interesting. See, and that's something that I was thinking about too. Just seeing, I think they've been on the show now since then, like what, 3 times?
For regular interviews, twice.
Okay.
But on the show, maybe 4 times, because
4 times. Wow.
they came with Lures,
right?
And then they came for a pre-rap fest thing.
Yeah, with Freestyle Fam and them, right? Right. No, that right there is a big. That was something that stood out to me, and I was just thinking about what's happened in this last year and a half and 2 years. You know, seeing them with Sheena Lee, you know, at Battle Cry, them sharing their music, rapping in front of us, and then, you know, coming on to meeting them at a show that you were hosting and connecting them. Then they submitted, they got accepted to Rap Fest and all that stuff, and to see where they're going with the Ignite Revolution and doing their videos now, Grace Nation, all this stuff. And they're going to be ministering at an event in front of hundreds of people this weekend at Winterfest. You know, definitely sharing their new ministry and new music to hundreds of young people from the Spanish Eastern District
of Assemblies of God,
Assemblies of God. You know, the Winterfest that's going on December 7th through 9th. They'll be at a God Belongs in My City concert there, you know, and seeing their growth and the, you know, working closely with them, seeing the ups and downs, and just knowing who they are, and really seeing how the potential and the opportunity they've been able to take. I think it's to see that journey completely for me too, just getting attached with more on Rap Fest Radio and behind the scenes was definitely something that just like, wow, like just to see what's gone through. Right.
I was actually flipping through some old video footage of Rap Fest 2011. The dinner we had here when they just walked in late, and they started just rapping, and everybody was like, "Who are these guys?"
On the spot,
like who
in
are
everybody's
these guys?
faces too.
Yeah, and there was so much energy, and people like, you know, where are these guys from, you know? And yeah, they've taken ownership of what they do,
right?
And they're really working on perfecting their image and stuff. Right. And I'm excited that we were part of that. That's what's good. I mean, when they came to us, it wasn't like they had just started rapping yesterday.
Right.
They already had a group. They were together for about 2 years. They were in the McDonald Gospel Fest, and before Rap Fest 2011, they had won the McDonald's Gospel Fest. So it's not like they were just strictly, you know, off
they were
the street
already
first time
known and stuff like that. Definitely. But it's definitely good to see, like, at least to see them still doing stuff. That's another thing. I think I was looking at some, and you know, some different artists had to take, you know, a break here and there. You just didn't hear anything for a while, but they've been constantly doing something. Right. You know, connecting with Blaze Tours, connecting with Noma, you know, and I think that was pretty cool to see that they're at least always still doing something.
Yeah, I had a second interview for 2011 that I pointed out was actually the Double Edge interview.
The finale.
It was like the end of Double Edge, you know? And what was exciting about that was the fact that the way we even set it up here, you know, we had the piano, we had the guitar, and they were just singing it almost at a concert, you know, here in the studio in the house, and just chop it up with them. And, you know, just to be able to go through their journey as well. You know, there was a group that was basically at their prime. Yeah. All of a sudden they're no more, and you're like, what? Who does that?
But that was also the introduction to like Jay Cruz and his ministry.
The Jay Cruz project, Frequency Productions took off.
Frequency's taking, you know, a lot of work. They're working with Cole Campbell. They're working with Kinship. They're working with Andy. They're working with a lot of people.
And then Ephraim became music pastor at Sanctuary Fellowship.
And he's been a blessing there, I think. And now Jay Cruz, you know, taking his ministry, even his own skills and guitars. He's, you know, playing behind Redeemer's Cross. He's playing behind Sick now. Right. You know, so like just to see that people are still active in ministry in some way or another. They're not just stopping just because things change. I think that was also very important to see.
Yeah, it is important, you know, to continue moving forward with your stuff. And, you know, again, we're excited that we're able to offer a platform for individuals to display or talk about what their ministry is about, what their goal, their passion, their music is about. So that way when it gets to your ears, you can at least say, yeah, I seen those guys on Rap Fest Radio and I heard about them. Now I can go to see them live. I just want to take a pause right here. You went to the Beast Mode tour concert.
Yes, so
Tell us about that.
Last week that tour was pretty dope. The venue that they had was in by Bryant Park in the city. Nice. And one of the things that I'm seeing now is like what Christ Crucified Fellowship is doing with Apartment 78. This church out in New Jersey with Lester Diaz and some of his church, they were able to connect with this location called The Arena. It's a very nice lounge setting, club feel, and beautiful place, and they use that for the venue, which is not the common thing to do for a tour. You know, usually it's a location, whether it's a school or a gym or whatever, but they came out and they did an awesome event. Cole Campbell opened up the night, and you know, he killed it. Right. I haven't heard some of the I haven't heard him perform the tracks. I think we had a clip of it when he came to the house one time.
Oh, right,
so he played that one, and the sound system there just like made it even better.
Really?
For the way he did it, and he rocked it.
Was that an in-house system or they had
yeah, in-house system set up already, speakers all over. It was like a circle, so you had no way of escaping. Nice. And so great job. I think Frequency Production and Chris Morgan worked on that, and awesome job. Then you had all the cats from Stephen the Levite, who was just Stephen the Levite, watching him spit and just stand there and spit so crazy and theologically like heavy and but quick and just like snappy at the same time was just hilarious and awesome at the same time.
Right, and it's not corny. Like his flow
it was not
real.
Corny.
He's real.
It was serious. Like, and he, you know, it was, and he was one of the first after Cole Campbell, so he was opening up the crowd, you know, trying to get people. And I think it was good to see a mix of different people there throughout the city. You had Theory Has It, who has the album 3. Beast. He had an old school look, like reporter look, and a microphone.
Braille
did his thing with Beautiful Eulogy with Odd Thomas and
I love Odd
Cortland
Thomas.
Urbano. Oh my gosh,
that's a beast right there. That trio was insane.
It's like, I don't know. There was an awards show that Timbaland made a beat on the spot, and then Beastie Boys, I think, or something like that, came up and did something. Right. So it's just imagine like just the crazy skills of just putting your track up there, playing it live, and all that stuff. They were just, I think they had everybody's attention. It was just like, oh snap.
And they have a lot of free music online as well.
And the best thing is that almost everything that they have that's on iTunes, you can get it for free first. That's like, why not?
Just
and
go to Humble Beast.
Go on humblebeast.com and get all your stuff. Lamp Mode Records was there too. Jason,
Josh,
Shy Lynn, DJ Essence was there. God Servant, who's a new member to, I think it's Lamp Mode. Yeah, I think it's Lamp Mode. And I just actually got his album, Beast album. Who else was there? I think that was it. Jason, Theory Has It, Shy Lynn, Stephen the Levite, Beautiful Eulogy. Yeah, it was Cole packed, and Cole Campbell, packed.
Yeah, no, that's a great lineup right there. That's a great lineup. Mm-hmm. And again, it's great to see that these people are combining and you know, working together.
Yes.
You know, we talk about it a lot, and some people still hating on it, but you know what? Unless you do it, you can still hate all you want.
Yeah.
You know, so just to see these guys coming together and working together is awesome, man. If that's the way we could start the new year, that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, our interviews for 2009, 2010, 2011 are those, and we're going to talk about 2012 in a second. But I want to go into this video by Yavs. How does he say his name?
Yavs.
Yavs. I always say Yavs.
The street pastor.
It's Puerto Rican in me. Javis. Beauty for Ashes is the name of this video. Check it out right here. Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com.
You.
Yeah. I'm so grateful that we serve a God who can exchange his beauty for ashes, you know what I mean? See, we are not stars, we are jars of clay. Stars disappear when the sun shines their way. So me, I'm like the moon, I got a reflective ray. In a dark, dark world where they all blind. Like, I'm trying to be you and everything I'll be. I'm trying to see you and everything I'll see. Starting with the mirror. Starting with the mirror. Starting with the mirror. Starting with the mirror. I'm trying to be you and everything I'll be. I'm trying to see you and everything I'll see. Starting with the mirror. Starting with the mirror. Starting with the mirror. Starting with the mirror. You trade beauty for ashes. You trade beauty Mirror, mirror on the wall, everybody wanna fly, but you know gravity is low. Tell myself to bundle up, cause I know we all fall. Tryna reach that destination, but can't see quite through that fog. My grandma told me that you take us how we are. Days I'm feeling like I'm David, dodging jealousies of Saul. And my insecurities are growing leaves and getting tall. But your sword is all I need to cut them down like I saw. Timber, you know I'm thankful as November. Situations in my life will have no life if you don't enter the axis of the universe. Lord, you are my center. Dodging foot soldiers, be my master splinter. Cover me, yeah, no turtle shell. And long live the king, yes, the righteous will prevail. You said that you are present if I made my bed in hell, but death will not excel. For my debt, you will nail, yeah, I read it.
Everything I'll be, I'm trying to see you in everything I'll see. Starting with the mirror, starting with the mirror. Lord, I'm trying to be you in everything I'll be. I'm trying to see you in everything I'll see. Starting with the mirror. Christ, he's the risen king, and his glory in the sinless love. Stick him down, you can know him as Savior. Stick him later, you will know him as judge. You trade his beauty for ashes. You trade his beauty for ashes. Lord, you do. You trade his beauty for ashes. You trade his beauty for ashes. Lord, you do.
Love you, Lord, and we worship you. Yeah. You see, we are not stars, we are jars of clay. Stars disappear when the sun shines their way. So me, I'm like the moon, I gotta reflect the ray. In a dark, dark world where they all blind like Ray. All hail the king that was slain, the sacrificial lamb. As a lion he reigns, no umbrella could block it. No space shuttle or rocket could reach him to find his location. You just need to seek him. He is perfect, we are flawed. We are human, he is God. He is so beyond us, yet actively involved. And he gives us beauty for ashes. He gives us beauty for ashes. Lord, you do. Oh, Lord, you do. Yeah, Lord, you do. Yeah, Lord, you do. Yeah. I climbed the highest mountain, scaled the highest plane, rode a private jet, still couldn't top the king. I'm praying for the have and the have-nots. Lost souls on the block, spaced out astronauts. Those in board meetings creating their astronomic plots. Doing economics, corporate convicts murdering for stocks. The Lord has a plan for us all. It involves our redemption since the minute of the fall. He loves us with all he has. He gave his son so we can call him dad. He gives us beauty for ashes. You give us beauty for ashes. Lord, you do. So what can I do for you except do for you? What can I do for you except do for you? It's a war going on, atomic bombs, every day, boy, it's Vietnam. But he gave us beauty for ashes. He gave us beauty for ashes. I pray that you ask to know. If they blind, Lord, please show 'em. Plant a seed, Lord, please grow 'em. You give us beauty for ashes. Confession of the mouth, believing in the heart. Born into sin, we were evil from the start. But you gave us beauty for ashes. You gave us beauty for ashes. Lord, you do.
Yep, Beauty for Ashes, Yavez. Again, a lot of good videos coming out too.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that really makes you think,
maybe we are finally getting there. You know, a couple of years ago we had nothing to play.
Yeah,
you know, the same 2 or 3 videos.
It was bad, and it was just. It's good to see at least people are taking the video serious. You know.
Yeah, it's important. It's important. You know, it's not just people with a flip cam. It's people actually taking time to produce and come up with
it's an investment
concepts. It's an investment. It's not easy, but it's definitely a time. You know, YouTube is huge. You know, and if you're not doing it, you can't complain later when people aren't, you know, knowing who you are.
Yeah.
One of the things we were talking before.
Yeah, DJ Brian Smith was left an impact, I think, not just on us, on everybody, really, that, you know, he worked with last year, because I think last year was a huge year, and, you know, looking back at it now, it's like, you know, God planned it for whatever reason, you know, in a sense, and I mean, you know, we pray for his family still, you know, that they are, I'm sure they're still dealing with that. It's been a year at this point, and, you know, just seeing him minister in all areas, from the Rap Fest to Hip Hop Fest to the prayer walks to coming out here, you know,
street services with Bowser,
street services to the bread factory. Like I remember one bread factory, I was there early and I was playing the piano. You know, I don't really know how to play, but I was playing. The one song I knew how to play at that time was "I Give Myself Away," and he heard it, and he's walking down the aisle and all setting up, singing the song. So I just kept playing with it. And I was just singing this, and it was just like, you know, like nothing. Like, go ahead, bro. And he was
a good singer.
Like, I didn't know what I was playing, really. Like, I didn't know how much but he was like, go ahead, bro, keep playing. Like, he gassed me up, but enough to, you know. And he was singing. It was just like, he's that type of person.
He was part of the choir that sang background for Aretha Franklin at Rockefeller Center for one of the Christmas shows a couple of years back. I remember seeing him there, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna sing background here or whatever. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, we it's crazy. 3 DJs that passed away, I guess, way too soon. You know, DJ Lace, DJ Primo, and DJ Brian Smith. And, you know, some of it has to do with health and some just other issues, depression, and we try to focus on that as well. You know, we've had Dr. Viteri here on the show. We've spoken about health because we know it's really important. Actually, I was excited speaking to another rapper that we're going to have on the show next year, early next year. He hasn't been doing much musically this past couple of months, but I asked him, you know, you retired? He said, nah, man, I'm just taking care of my health. And, excuse me, he said he dropped like 100 pounds and, you know, just focusing on keeping his body right, which is so important. You know, that's really important. But we encourage you guys, man, take care of your health. That's so important, especially if you want longevity in your ministry. You know, you can't be sick. And
your family and all that. I mean, that's so important. I mean, I don't know, like DJ Lace or DJ Primo and their family. I think they mentioned that, you know, DJ Primo had kids and wife and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Lace, you know, Lace as well, I'm sure.
But that's just, you know, it's important. I mean, and, you know, yesterday I was at a concert where Rima Soul was at, and Butter P, the girl, made a comment. You know, she was like, you know, you guys have restaurants and food places every couple, you know, steps away. She's like, I don't know how you don't have a lot of heavy people out here, and it was a mixed response to it. Some people were like, oh no, there's a lot of heavy people here, and even in this room type of thing. But I'm like, you know, it's still the case. Like, we have to be careful, no matter what you're doing. If it's ministry, if it's rapping, if it's, I mean, especially for singing, your breathing, all that stuff plays a role. You know,
by the way, you mentioned Rima Soul. They were supposed to be here today. That was the initial plan, but their tour, their travel to New York,
it got switched changed, up. Yeah, so it got switched up. They're not gonna make it.
We'll have them another time.
Yeah, we'll definitely be setting something up. They're actually gonna also be part of that event this weekend out in Pennsylvania for, you know, Spanish Eastern District. So, you know, shout out to them. They I don't know, they may or may not, you know, join on the chat room, but they were really sad because they wanted to come through. They set it up like a couple months back, you know.
Right, yeah, but that happens.
It happens, you know. But, you know, they're doing a lot. They were connecting with different ministries out here in New York, and different schools that they're going to be working with this week, later on in the week. So that's cool to see ministries coming out here and just, you know, blessing the young people in a lot of ways.
Yeah, actually coming out this week is Prodigal Son from Florida. He's going to be over at the Bread Factory at Sanctuary Fellowship, 1469 St. Peter's Avenue in the Bronx. free the Unity concert. Speaking of Unity, the Unity concert. It's him, Malachi the Truth, and Mike Lee. I'm glad you said that. I always forget his name. I was like, what's that guy's name? And he's the first one on the flyer, but I can never remember his name.
Micah Lee, Hollywood Records.
Micah Lee, Prodigal Son, and Malachi the Truth.
Or Red Fur. I mean, because lately I seen the post. And
Red Fur.
I'm just gonna call you. I'll just call you Kelly, but I don't know.
Malachi Fur. We'll just switch them all up. But the concert is free this Friday night at the Sanctuary Fellowship. Doors are open at 7 o'clock. Please just come out, hang out with us, enjoy the night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bring your youth, your older people, your kids. Bring everybody. Just chill out with us.
Definitely.
2012. Let's talk about 2012, man.
2012. Goodness.
We've had. I can't count from episode 89 to this one. So how many, whatever that number is, that's how many episodes we've had for 2012, which is kind of crazy, you know. And we've had some.
Trying to count here.
No, well, I mean, let's go through the names and you stop me on the one you want to talk about. Forget about counting.
Go ahead.
Well, the first show, 2012, we kicked off and we just talked about.
That was I was on that first one, right?
Yeah, that was the first time. That was when we introduced Eli will be with us.
Yes.
Helping. Little did he know he was going to be hosting as well, because he didn't start hosting right away.
No, I was.
He just came hanging out. Yeah. So we had Sirius, Selah the Corner, Robin Crespo. Wait a second.
Those two.
You were already hosting.
Yeah, I was. Well,
you did the show.
With Robin, I was really booking. I was helping book that one, and then I ended up being told, "No, you're getting on the."
Right, you and Alice, right?
Was like, yeah. So
wow. You got the tickets for me, and you went with somebody else.
Yeah,
oh wow! There's some beef going on in the Rapfest Radio
Someone
studio.
Who's gonna get everybody sick in this room right now. But no, but yeah, I mean, even right there, I mean, Selah the Corner, just in meeting him, like to know that there was this gritty, grimy type rapper that's real like goes in, like that was just a nice thing to see and to know, hey, there's these dudes out here too in New York that are stepping up, but that are speaking for the gospel. And like he was, you know, to see him now and hearing some of his stuff that he just dropped. I think he dropped the track El Presidente, you know, that he's putting out stuff like that with DJ Why Not. Beast. And then
what's cool too is to hear these guys' stories.
Yeah,
you know, because like you say, he's a gritty rapper, but you talk to him, it's like, wow, you're such a smooth, you know, nice guy. You know?
You don't even think that when he starts to rap that's him.
Right.
You know, Robin Crespo with the ING Active, where to see that time they were talking about when he came here. He had just did that event to raise awareness and to raise funds for their trip to Uganda and all these places in Africa, and to help get the Code Purple, the hoodies, the mosquito armor, to get that out, you know, to people out there to be safe from mosquitoes and disease. And in that, from that moment on, you know, watching their journey through Facebook, through Instagram, through Twitter, whatever, seeing the videos of them actually going out there and reaching out to these people, to see that it was successful, you know, that it wasn't just they just talked about it here. They were working hard at it, doing events to raise funds and raise awareness, and actually going out and making a difference. And it wasn't so much that they were throwing Jesus at people, though.
Right.
You know, but they knew what their heart and their passion was for, to see people, one, saved physically and health wise, and then eventually also give them Jesus.
Right.
You know, so that was a good thing to see.
We had the I Am Unique recap,
the event recap,
which we didn't even talk about the fact that you know, we did that whole interview for I Am Unique, but we'll do that at the end.
Yeah, that's fine.
People want to know what's going on with I Am Unique and what's coming up next. Blake Velasquez, T-Home, Gage, I mean, Dr. Viteri, Heesun Lee, Dave TV, again, Triple Threat. You know, him and his dad,
Triple
those guys have been incredible.
And Clear Flow, you know, Dave and
Clear Flow sound like
Rolando,
a rap
name. There you go, Rolando, he can rap too. Rolando and Blake, and they're just, you know, givers, you know, they just bless. And you know, one of the things you know, hearing them and having conversations when we went to the house and stuff, you know, they're humble about it. Like, they know that they didn't necessarily come from where they're at now. It took their journey to get there. And, you know, it's not always easy. But now that they were blessed, they're blessing people.
And their whole family's involved in ministry as well, which is something I love too.
Everybody's involved in everything that they do.
Everything they do it together, and they support each other, and it's awesome. Where are we? T. Holmes, Gage, Dr. Viteri, Heesun Lee.
Sorry, this was Sheena Lee there. I got Heesun Lee as well. You saw I had a typo on
Sheena Lee is expect that album hope in 2013, early 2013. She's working hard on that. You know, I think you know, she's been working hard on getting onto Flavor Fest this past year. You know, so that I know right there was a great opportunity, and the doors open for her to really, you know, get connected to a lot of other artists, a lot of ministries, a lot of ways to get her videos worked on, stuff like that. And seeing her finally get to closer to that point where she's able to really blossom as an independent artist and just do what God has called her to do is a good thing, you know, to see the growth in that as well.
So we got Sheena Lee, Dave TV and HD, Prodigal Son. I think I've had him like twice or three times.
Prodigal Son, Redford.
Every May he was in town. So this time he's throwing us off by coming in December. It would have been good to have him here today, but he'll be around on Friday. Prodigal Son, Noah the Governor, the Rep from Arizona.
That was pretty dope too. Connecting with Runaway for that, and then that, like, and we had heard about him for so long.
Right, I had heard about.
He was so calm and cool, you know.
Right, I didn't think we'd be able to just, hey yo, let's have the Rep on Rapfest Radio. You know, could it be like they had to jump through hoops and everything? And he was mad cool. He was mad cool. We had a great time with him. It was like, we kicked it off well. You know?
I love what he said though when he asked about Rapfest. He was like, you know, so how does this work? You know, I would love to get on it. Like, you know, he didn't say call my people and I'll call your
and not
people.
only that, he says I'm gonna make sure I submit my stuff.
He's like, what do you have to do? Do I have to submit or whatever? You guys no, this is the process. Okay, no problem. Give me the details. Like, and
I would have put him in anyway, but he's just that good. And he rocked that Rapfest. Everybody loved him. We were excited to have him as one of our special guests actually. This year. Where are we? The Rep. Christ Has Risen Inside. Heesun Lee, which, you know, I have that one highlighted there. I've told everybody, you know, she's my favorite rapper. She better not let me down on this Picture Perfect stuff coming up. Otherwise, we have issues, we got problems, and she knows it. But yeah, I consider her to be my favorite rapper because I've seen her. How would you say? Not manipulate, but work a crowd in a way that she gains respect lyrically and still gets the message out biblically sound and still be friendly enough to be liked. You know, because sometimes one of those qualities is missing in an artist and it's bad. It's like, yo, the dude was dope, but off stage he was nasty. Or the dude was great off stage and on stage he was whack. Or, you know, but she had like a perfect combination of the three. And naturally, you've seen the video. She doesn't look like a hardcore rapper, which she's not. Yet when we took her to the prison to minister, she held it down. I mean, she held it down.
And that was like one of her first gigs after being away for so long.
After a while, after having the baby and stuff.
That impressed me, you know, for being away for so long, taking care of your family, but you still came back with that same energy and even better.
I think even more, I think even more so. And the guys, I still remember the faces of those guys in jail. You know, they're sitting there, and she comes up to rap. Yo, ready? Yo, I'm gonna say this, and you repeat after me. And they were like, yeah, whatever. And when the beat dropped and she started rocking, they were like at the edge of their seats. They're like, yo, I can't believe this girl is doing this.
This is actually going down.
But you know, and that's important to be able to have that quality as an artist. And whether you're a female, a guy, whatever it is, you know, you got to have that quality to demand attention without overbearing, you know, or overwhelming. You know, like, listen to me, stand up, throw your hands up. She didn't do none of that. You know, so. Until the album comes out, and you know, if I feel otherwise, I'll let you know. But she's still my favorite. But she's still my favorite. You know. Then we had PK.
Yeah.
Can't get any more New York than PK.
That was.
He's a scary dude. He's a scary dude. When he's such a nice guy. But when you look at him, you're like, am I safe? You know. But those are great guys, man. Rich Perez, Christ Crucified.
I think that one is a good thing to see, like just the growth for his church. You know, I think he was telling us how in so many different ways that he's had different interviews, different videos pop up. The I'm Unique video, he was saying that someone got became aware of his church through the video.
Nice.
And showed up. The events that he's been doing with the local lounge, Apartment 78 in Washington Heights, you know, they're so receptive to their church to allow them to use nights where they're not busy and come in, do a free event, let people order food and drinks or whatever, and fellowship, and allow them to use their speaker and microphone to still preach Jesus if they have to.
One thing I like about Rich Perez is actually the same thing with Sheena Lee, David Ham, Andy Mineo, Josh, you know, all these guys came out of the whole Truce camp. They were, as a group, they were really powerful, and individually they've fallen into their slots and what they should be doing. But they've never used each other to try to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like Rich never says, "Yo, come to my church." You know, the church where Andy fellowships at, or that's never happening. They've all developed what they are on their own, you know, which is really cool to see. Because many times, you know, we use others as a stepping, you know, like, hey, hook me up, get me there.
No, definitely shout out to them. They're doing
so Rich Perez, John Lopez, Logos Ramo, Pastor Pablo, Hip Hop Fest in Jersey. You know, great guy. We've hooked up with him for the last couple of years. I hosted Hip Hop Fest one year. We had comedian Chris did it the following, because I couldn't do it. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't. You know, and he's another guy. He's helped out with Rap Fest. I remember, not this Rap Fest, but the one before. He came out with, he brought out the buckets for the water. It was just all over the place, and that's, you know, it's great, you know, working together with a bunch of people like that.
Logos Rima too. That, you know, to see them come out, that was like their first one. That was their first interview ever. They were so nervous, and it was a big step for them. And I think, you know, I was proud to see them actually do that, because they're so used to their church youth group and ministering directly to the youth, and, you know, probably doing events here and there, but to get to this level, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm on the internet, it's going to be shown all over the place. Whoever's going to watch is going to watch it, is going to watch me. And now, you know, they're taking steps up, and they're actually adding to their group right now, and they're now going to be called Collision Theory. They have a couple other people on their team, a DJ, a drummer, they have a guitarist, they got a spoken word artist, a female spoken word artist. So seeing that they're serious and they're growing and they want to get better, you know, that's a good thing to see as well.
Yeah, definitely. Pastor Bowser. I mean, Bowser has been an incredible help to Rap Fest the last couple of years. We've hosted Rap Fest at his location, you know, with the Pathmark Mall was the first one, which was incredible. And then this year, we had Rap Fest inside his church. We took that whole place, turned it around, made it a whole different location for the day, and it was incredible. And, you know, we've been able, through the support of other ministries, to help Pastor Bowser as well. Which, by the way, Bowser, he's still going out there to Staten Island, to Far Rockaway with the trucks.
They're a distribution center.
They're a distribution center currently in New York for hurricane relief, for Hurricane Sandy relief stuff. So, you know, if you want to get involved, look for Calvary Church online. Well, that's not their website. Calvary Church. They're on 174th Street, 1010 East 174th Street. You'll find them on Facebook. His name is Pastor Joel Bowser. And they're doing a bunch of stuff. If you want to get involved, the all you got to do is reach out to them, and they'll definitely tell you where you can get involved. But they're going out like every day with a truckload of supplies and sending people out there. They just want to help. You know, and God has put them up in a position to be that distribution center, that hub, right here in the Bronx, which is dope. You know, I'm glad we know him, and we know that it's a legitimate thing that they're doing.
Right.
Who else? Where are we? Bowser, Malachi the Truth, of course, and Glamour the Voice. This was leading up to Rap Fest at this point. You know, so we had a bunch of guys on there. Then the Rap Fest recap, we had Glamour the Voice, Two Edge, and Gretchen from the prayer team. Pyro was a great interview as well.
Pyro, that was cool. Former Nubian Chant, now, you know, future Sony recording artist. Got, you know, praying with him that everything falls into place for him, because that's a great platform for him to get blessed with. The way he got blessed with talking about the connection with Genuine through Twitter, and just the opportunities that he continues to have, you know. And you know, I recently spoke with him. I don't know if he's online or if he's gonna possibly pop up at some point, but, you know, I spoke to him and he was down to even come on and just kind of shout out, you know, what he remembers from the show, because it was a great thing for him too. I mean, and this is someone that has been around like what was it, Australia? Where's where he's getting
Australia's where his most
Australia
his push.
is his fan base,
right?
You know, and that says a lot. And yet, you know, he's still working hard, working on videos, working on editing, always doing something, and just continuing to get better. Right. I think, and that was like, again, all these people that I'm particularly pointing out is because I'm seeing them grow and at least continue to put work into what they're doing. And
he's a video editor as well. Pyro's a video editor, so definitely you know, you could hook up with him if you're looking for video production. This year we've got great connection with video production companies like AP Films, Nomar, Pyro. You know, and I'm sure there's others that are coming up and they're doing their stuff, and which also shows that where our heart is. Our heart is to help expose all ministries, not just the hip hop artists that, you know, oh, yo, I could do a freestyle. That doesn't impress us. You know, we want people with sincere hearts that are looking to do stuff, and that's what we've been blessed with. You know, meeting all these guys. Antorcha, because you know we do the Spanish stuff as well. Although, Antorcha. Yeah, he was good, man. He came out to
me, Bob.
he came out. How did Ephraim call him? Achote.
So that's fun. That's a funny story because I heard him call him and he said Achote because he didn't know what to say. But I think he was actually trying to say that he was the Achote to the music.
No,
because that's how I heard it when I was sitting there.
Well,
but
I'm glad you heard it that way.
I'm saying I don't know, but
I know you. I know Ephraim.
Kept the joke.
That's Ephraim Spanish.
I guess that's probably what he wanted everybody to think.
Ephraim was thinking of food, and he just said,
this guy was in my class for Acts leadership training for like 3 months and didn't even tell us that he was a rapper. And then we found out about his ministry because he was like, yo, he was telling me and Older Prophet, you know, I'm a rapper, you know, I got this album that I'm trying to sell. It's raising funds. He didn't even say it's for him. Like, it was to raise funds for his church.
Nice.
And his church ministry and for missions. Like, he wasn't even pushing it. Like, he has a job, his wife works, they all, you know, but he was doing this and he wanted us to show and say, hey, look, I wanted to connect with ministries and say, look, this is what I'm able to offer, you know, and present, and you know, this is blessing other people, not even so much him, you know. And he came out to the church to do that what was the song?
T-Bone and Te Amo.
Remember? Te Amo.
Te Amo by Israel.
He killed it.
Yeah. We had so much fun with him. So that was Antorcha. Lors, of course, with Face and Grace Nation. Sick. That's a great combination there.
Yeah.
We had Josh Rosario from Sanctuary.
Yep.
Richie Righteous, Fuel. I mean, every time we have Richie on the show is a good show. You know, because Richie doesn't hold back. Richie always has something to say. Richie always has something that he's doing. So it's always exciting to find out what's next in the life of Richie Righteous. You know, and I think this last interview, if you guys look it up, it's episode number 118. You know, you'll really get to a better feel for what Richie's been up to now, you know.
Yeah.
Because the responsibility of being a pastor is really falling heavy on him. You know, he is the pastor of this church.
On top of that, having the record label, and having the artists under him, and having to disciple them.
Trying to disciple them, with the Rich Boys, and
a lot.
You know, and there's a lot going on. He's constantly going out touring. They're always calling him to go out of the country, you know, and it's tough for
he even shared, you know, he shared it at Fuel too about his testimony with his youngest child now. You know, there's the challenges he was facing there, and it's to see him still push and make the effort. You know, I was able to actually go to that event that he was promoting that time, and you know, when he came here on the show, he was talking about how, look, this is an event to, you know, raise more awareness to the ministry and what we got going on and how the music is going, and you know, to add, you know, a fundraiser for us to continue to do what we want to do. And that was before the storm,
right?
And then after the storm, you know, he changed his focus on it, and he used that event to make a Hurricane Sandy relief event. And what he did, which I like, which is, you know, integrity and just showing authenticity to the whole thing, was afterwards he showed the images of him getting the stuff, getting the baby formula, you know, buying the things that he was going to buy to help take out to Staten Island or the Far Rockaways. And you know, it wasn't just like, yeah, I want to make this more people to come because they think it's a family relief concert and I don't really do anything with it. But he actually showed that. And that I think is important as a pastor, as the artist, and all that.
Well, it's funny you say that because Bowser did the same thing, and I'm thinking, you know, I have Bowser as a friend on Facebook. I think most of us do already at this point. If not, he'll find a way to get into your page. Trust me. But he had a picture of a receipt. He had gone to a gas station. He said, "Full tank of gas. Thank you, Lord, for the gift card and the monetary donations given to us on Sunday," or whatever, right? And underneath it said, "My son asked me, why am I posting these pictures on Facebook all the time?" He said it's accountability. People need to know that what you say you're doing is what you're doing, and what better way than to show them, you know. So he's showing the picture, and trust me, we went to the church. We had the Urban Kingdom meeting at the church. We seen the stuff they got there. Oh my God, they had tons and tons of material, and they're going out every day. They're like exhausted, they're drained, but they're still doing it. But accountability is big, you know. So it's good to put it out there, let people know, you know, you're really doing what you say you're doing. Then we had Cole Campbell and Chris Morgan.
Beast.
Freestyle Fam, which is always great to have them on the show.
Freestyle Fam, don't forget to check their 1st and 15th every 1st and 15th of the month. Right. It's just it's crazy what they're doing. They're going in on those tracks and it's just killing it. Free downloads, come on. Free music.
If it's free, it's for me. Then we have Peter Mitchell of Make Christ Famous and Geo. I highlighted Geo, man, because to me, Gio's a new artist. Never seen him before. Had no idea who he was. He hit me up on Facebook. "Hey, I'm an artist. Could you interview me? This is what I do." I'm like, sure, why not? You know, we say we want to interview everybody. Guess what? We're gonna interview everybody. You know, if you're serious about what you're doing. And he came and he sent us his music. It was all right. You know, I'm not gonna lie to him and say, "Oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard." It was good though. It was decent. But what was better was him sharing his testimony. Like the second half of the interview is when he kicked in. You know, he got rid of the nerves or whatever, and he started talking about how, you know, there was a point where he was depressed. The youth pastor that reached out to him, the only person that reached out to him, you know, was a youth pastor, and other people were rejecting him and pushing him away or not even responding. And this one youth pastor actually reached out to him, and
not Facebook and not
they called him. It was a real thing, you know, and that's why he credits his life to, because he was at a point where he basically just wanted to kill himself. He couldn't care less about anything, you know. And this one youth pastor reached out to him. But I appreciate that from him and anybody that comes here on the show that shares their real personal stories, because it's what helps the next person. You know,
you never know who's gonna see this. I mean, you know, when we post it on YouTube, you'll see a couple hits, couple days, but then later on it grows because people will share it.
Oh no, absolutely.
You know, and so you never know who's actually going to see this. I think it's just going back to all those.
We're ready to hear our little snowman.
Oh,
it's just working.
Going to all, going back to all those artists though, like Richie Righteous, Fuel, Danny Sanabria. I mean, we forgot Danny Sanabria was on here too. And you know, it's not just to drop names or whatever. These are guys that have become our friends.
No, we're dropping names. What?
These are guys that have become our friends, and we're working closely with, and definitely really connecting with ministry wise, and making sure that we support each other and make it so that we can actually really help one another out, not just say, "Oh yeah, well you could just call this person and they'll do it for you," but no, actually say we're gonna work together, help each other out, and really see how events can be done successfully, effective, you know, done the right way, timely. You know, I think that these relationships just show the future. And seeing that people are uniting from New York, from New Jersey, you know, from Pennsylvania at that, you know, people that are connecting from different boroughs and really crossing those boundaries where a lot of people wouldn't. I just had a conversation with Pastor Goyko, Pastor G from Van Ness, you know, and he was just sharing how he's from an Assemblies of God, you know, the American Assemblies of God, the English side, and a pastor from the Church of God section reached out to him in talking about how we can connect on really uniting. That was some of the key things that he said. Like, I want to unite us more and really fellowship and help us help each other out. Like, we should not be, oh, you're Church of God, I'm Assemblies of God, or you're, you know, Mennonite, or you're, you know, Protestant or whatever. You know, it shouldn't be that. It should be, let's really understand what the word is saying. Let's come to agreement on those key things, and let's work together.
Right. Yeah, that's big. I mean, working together, and again, we were blessed with the opportunity of building relationships with a lot of pastors. You know, Pastor Pablo from Lighthouse, Pastor Jose Cruz from New Birth, Pastor Jacob Burgai from Faith Fellowship, Rich Perez from Christ Crucified.
There's a couple pastors on this list.
There's a couple. Richie
Pastor
Righteous,
George,
of course.
Pastor Richie.
Pastor George. I mean, there's so many different pastors, and that's exciting. This past Saturday morning was the men's fellowship breakfast at Sanctuary Fellowship. 48 men. 48 men showed up from all different churches. Even I heard even DJ Nick Aponte was in the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was my reaction too.
Snap.
I was like, really? You know, and that's awesome because we need those kind of fellowships where the churches come together. For that day, there's no church name. You know, it's just a men's fellowship breakfast. The food is good. You know. But it's just a men's fellowship.
I have to sleep.
I missed this one, but you got to go for the next one. You got to go for the next one.
Sleep on my Saturdays.
Go to sleep early and just make it. You sleep afterwards. But you know, it's good to see all these churches coming together, and it's time for it. I think 2013 could be a great year if everybody picks up on that. What else? We said Peter Mitchell, Conquest, and DJ Transform. We had a great conversation with Transform.
And I heard their concert, Conquest release concert on Saturday was excellent.
Awesome.
You know, it was a lot of people, great event, a lot of artists was there.
Right.
So it definitely was a good event.
DJ Transform, great interview. You know, I'm looking to get on the One Accord DJ's phone call one day or something. They want to do an interview with us.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. And then we had DJ Who
yesterday too.
We had DJ Who. And the last interview we had was DJ Corruption from Rough Riders.
DJ Corruption.
We went all the way from pastors, evangelists to Rough Riders. I mean, that's what else do you want? Rap Fest Radio. That's how we roll.
And I even like how how we're going into next week too. Just kind of kicking on the last show with a new artist, someone that's up and coming, someone that's looking for an opportunity to share her ministry, share her testimony. You know, she's young, so it's not like she's gonna have necessarily any particular story, but then again, you don't know.
You never know.
Anything that she has to share is gonna be impactful. She has some great spoken word pieces. I think that's gonna be awesome to see next week too.
So you definitely want to tune in next week.
Triple J Audio.
Oh, wow,
we didn't have them on a radio show, but they have been.
But they've been here for shows.
They've been here for Bowser showing up. They are Triple J Audio. I love you.
Yeah, no, Triple J Audio has stepped up their game, and how do I say this without getting them in trouble? They've made a statement for ministry in audio companies. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They've made a statement by coming. I mean, even though lately I've been trying to reach them and they're busy, so they're not answering calls. That's not good. But hey, it's okay. I understand. You're busy. I'll take it. But I'm here to serve type thing, which they're getting from Pastor Bowser, which is awesome because that's what Bowser is all about. And they've really stepped up. There's a lot of great audio companies out there, and we appreciate them all. Definitely, I ain't knocking anybody. But they're coming in as a new name into the industry, although they're not new to what they're doing. They're a new name, and they're definitely stepping up and saying, you know what, we're here to serve, whatever we can do. And I've experienced it, and other ministries that I know that I've recommended them to. Or whatever,
I mean they
come back and like, yo, I can't. They did the unique event. They did
Urban Revolution
event. They've done other stuff, and
they've done work in different churches and stuff like that, helping out people,
installation and all, and they're doing a great job. And again, it's another young company ministry, just there to serve, which we definitely appreciate.
And we can't forget Grateful Apparel.
Oh yeah, Grateful Apparel, please, all the time, 24/7. Thank you, Lord.
Ray, he's doing a lot and working with a lot of people. GratefulApparel.com. GratefulApparel.com. Just go to it. The products that he's coming out with, he's stepping it up, taking advantage of opportunities in a good way to really show how he can reach different people to provide a clothing, an apparel, a line, whatever that can make people feel good about themselves. It's like, I know what I'm wearing, I know what the purpose is behind this. The fact that it's going towards the 360 houses and blessing people there to stay out of the trouble, stay away from drugs and alcohol and other situations, provide a home for homeless people, really making an impact on a lot of lives.
And he's another one. When we first interviewed him, he was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just starting, and nobody
he said, I don't know anybody, Bert. You know, if you guys got any information, hook up, whatever. Next thing you know, he did the shirts for thesouth.com. Yep. I mean, we could go on and on. Thesouth.com, Raw Servant. What's the spoken word guy?
Jefferson Beck.
Yep, Jefferson
Becky.
I could never say his name.
Jefferson Becky. Sick. Andy Mineo.
Andy Mineo, right? The Sin is Whack, one of the versions. The I Am Unique shirts. He does all the Rap Fest shirts the last couple of years.
And he's working on a lot of new stuff. I've been getting some good. He's gonna work on a lot of new stuff.
So you definitely want to hook up with him. And you know what? It's Christmas time. So gratefulapparel.com.
Gratefulapparel.com.
Some great stuff. He even has the little button for the iPhones now. Yeah, you gotta get an iPhone.
No, but at least I know what. Since there's like 50 people in the family that got some, you already know what you're gonna get for Christmas.
Stocking stuffers. But you know, again, gratefulapparel.com. Thanks so much, and you know, holyculture.net. They've always been there supporting what we do and posting our shows for us. I give them a hard time. It's like, yo, where's my show? It's not posted. It's not posted. But, you know, mad shout out to, you know, Bradford, Eddie, and Trig for holding it down and doing their thing over there. But we're done. Don't forget, next week you definitely want to tune in. We have new artist Kiki. She was just featured on the He Sun Lee video we started the show with. You could go online and look for that. It's called Breaking All the Rules by He Sun Lee featuring Kiki. She's a singer and rapper. She does spoken word as well. So it's good. Excuse me, going to be a great interview next week here at Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. Right now, we want to leave y'all with another good video.
Oh, this is
Cypher, Imagine. This is We Live. I'm sorry, they're called We Live as Kings, but the song is called Cypher, Imagine.
Cypher, Imagine. We Live as Kings. That's Dre Murray, Swoop, Alex Faith, and Kristen Gray.
Produced by
Collision Records. Produced by Wit Music. Oh my gosh, this is a group to look out for. These are people to look out for. Get their music, support good quality music.
Yep, that's it, man. Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. You will learn us because we are out of control. Peace.
I can see a fallen world, and I can only imagine them falling in love with you, falling in love with you. Kids sell a crown just to be a king. Hit the block and lose sleep just to get a dream. Can't explain the Trinity, but wizards hit the triple beam. You think his aim's bad, you should see the flipping team. No Martin Louis, couple Sam Bowie strapped with the toolie. Call them out, you might hear it ring. These suckers on the TV be the leaders. We screaming the kids blind, but they swearing they can't see a thing. The people perish, but they deem them all worthless. So without Mr. Warren, I know I got a purpose. Adding the team, now I feel like I'm in surplus. We so high, Greg, no, couldn't surf us. Newest cat and CR, they was raising D-ball, and I was eating mad beats. Wanna see more? Feed me. Feed me. If I wrote this story, you probably wouldn't believe me. But believe me, we do it all the time, cause where I'm from, just because you seek doesn't mean you find. Burden with the burning, so there's purpose in every single line. Flirting with the worthless when I worry if they feel my rhymes. I do it all the time, just wanna be some kings though. But we can't be following ways that we know. Don't act like you ain't know. Kings die every day, but we live forever. Kings who die every day. What a complicated statement, and it doesn't make sense because it's all in how you say it. Complimenting contradictions, how do I explain this? God beginning to make us like himself is crazy, ain't it? Royalty is my positioning because he paid it. All at the cross, he died, the one who made us. And so you understand us when we call ourselves kings. He only gave us crowns so we can put him at his feet, yeah. Today I can see a fallen world, and I can only imagine them falling in love
Yeah, I daydream, but then I wake up to the smell of the top dog. And hell shell cell, they developing hot bars. But if they so hot, y'all, then why ain't they melting the locks off? And seldom do we help them, cause we felt them then drop jaws. Amazement, we paid them, propel them to top charts. Encore, put our Lion King in the cages. We privately entertain the elephant in the room. Pop culture's popcorn religion. Got all the Christian rappers trying to be rock stars. Admit it, will not, stop, pause, and listen. It's not art commission without cause of vision. Yo, this is cinema rap, no bootleg. Complete my mini fiasco with Lupe's. Luke play me in her in the theater of my soul. It's hard to get soulless, but yes, Lord, I accept your scepter. It's Solomon's song from the prodigal son who left you.
Here for a reason, not a contingency. Was an empty seed, just a fetus formed with a Matt Damon chemistry. Till the Trinity's entity entered me with a reborn identity. Now I remember things, I'm a king instantly, cause I was bought with a lot of blood. I enjoyed that invoice, unemployed. The boss got me fired up, Jeremiah up, let's open the Bible up. Speaking of 29, leaping to 29:11. Look what his plans do to me. King lives inside of me, so what can man do to me? Cross got me fired up, what the clan do to me. Preach without a pool.